Hi, I've called this video feeling lost, sad or grieving, and I feel I feel like really the winter months are really difficult for a lot of people. It could be that you live alone for no choice of your own. You could have maybe separated from your family, um, your loved ones have departed to the higher side of life. You could be in dire straits. You could maybe be living somewhere you really don't want to be living. You could actually be living with a partner you don't want to be living with, maybe an abusive partner or somebody that you've been living with just out of habit for a lot of years. I've known people to be married and in their 80s and basically can't stand the person that they live with, and that's really can bring a lot of sadness, a lot of loneliness. And it doesn't mean to say that you actually could be in crowds and crowds of people and feel this tremendous loneliness. And I feel that loneliness is a state of being, and you can create that abundance by calling in your angels and your spirit team. And even if you don't even know how you would even do this, you can just start having this communication going that nobody else knows about, to asking them for guidance in your life and how you can maybe move forward in your life, or create a new reality for yourself. And many people feel lost or sad or lonely and grieving because this last couple of years especially, many people have transitioned to the higher side of life, and it's been basically an outpouring of grief for us all. But really for the people that have experienced this tremendous grief this year, there's many of us have lost loved ones, and it's always supposed to be a happy time. I remember many years ago when I was actually had split up from an ex-partner and through my own choice. And I remember everybody wanting to go to the pub and celebrate. And I remember my little nephew being there, and I just felt this tremendous sadness, like a hole was in my heart. It's the only way I can explain it, really. And I just didn't want to join in anything. I just, I thought I would rather just stay in the house and hide. But what I used to do was just look after my nephew, who's about 30 now, or coming up to be 30, while everybody else went to the pub. And I just enjoyed the time with him. At that time, the children were not allowed in then. And I just always felt this tremendous sadness about that time of the year, at Christmas time and into January. And then obviously I've lost numerous amount of people, friends, and my own mother nearly 30 years ago. And that just brought up its own family sadness. And also we don't see, I think maybe I've seen my youngest niece a couple of times, but not for the full day, maybe just for a couple of hours or something in Christmas. But it would normally be Boxing Day. I don't think I've ever seen her if she was a baby. And that just really is like a dark cloud hanging over us. So many family circumstances are not the way that, it's not the way maybe we grew up when we were younger. And there's a lot of families that are split up, and the children go between mum and dad, and that itself brings up a lot of heartbreak, and maybe being looked after by a grandparent or foster parents, and the children don't get to live the life that they want to live. So it can be tremendously upsetting. And if you've never experienced anything like that, you would never know how that feels. And it's just really to be mindful of that when you're going about your day-to-day life, to knowing that everybody's experiencing some form of grief. I would say in the last couple of years, we're all experiencing an outpouring of grief, or we have been, because life is changing. But I believe, I really do believe, from a deep soul level, that everything is changing for the better. We might have lost everything, we might have lost everybody, and we're the only person still standing. But I do believe that there is a lot of light coming into the planet, and there's a lot of changes, and it's for the new earth and for the new beginnings, and for people to really wake up and see where they can maybe change the error of their ways. And I mean, myself included, I'm not discluded from this because I'm here live. I'm a human being living this earth plane. I try my best to do the best. I don't always get that right, and I'll be the first person to tell you that. Trust the guidance that comes forward, and the guides that I work with, and my angels and ascended masters, and these beautiful beings of light, because they just flow in and around me and through me, and they are me. So I just want to let you know that to be mindful if you're going about, and some people as well, they might not have the money to fork out in presents, and they might just feel as if they just want to hide because they don't know what they're going to do. And really, for me, it's not about that. It's never been about that. It's about showing up and being there and just spending time with one another. We used to all get together when we were growing up. We would always be there. It would just be a lovely family Christmas. And then myself and my sister would take turns many years ago after my mum passed, and we would take turns and make the Christmas dinner. I think I did it quite a lot when my sister's children were wee, because she had a lot on her plate. And then we would take turns each. And then it became, when you're working a lot and you're getting a wee bit older yourself, it became quite a strain. So we decided, I think about 3 years ago, we maybe went to my oldest niece's house, and we all had a lovely Christmas, except for my youngest niece, obviously, which again is that black cloud hanging over you. So now it's just really small gatherings, and I tend to just stay in my own house and do my own thing. I think Facebook and the social media really gets a lot of slack, but I feel as if that it's really good how you can see everybody's enjoying their Christmas and their New Year, so you get to link in, and we always wish one another a Merry Christmas, and we're always in contact with one another, maybe not every day, but as much as we can be, because life has got really busy. But it's just really to be mindful of that not everybody's, there's people that have lost children, then maybe with other people that are other family members that are really terminally ill, and it's really thinking to themselves, this is the last Christmas they're going to have with them, or there could be children. But I think you really I feel that you should wake up every morning and make the most of every day that comes your way, regardless of how you're feeling, and just know that there's always somebody out there worse than yourself. And when you're feeling like that, maybe you should reach out and see where you can help other people, and that will help you with the grieving process and whatever area this is in, or this is coming forward for you. And I hope I'm making sense when I'm speaking to you. And this is a card that came forward from the Angels of Abundance, if you can see that there. And it's called No More Complaining, and it's interesting. It's got this beautiful pink colour. And I want to say to you, this is a beautiful pink, and I feel like it's just the feeling just really, it's about forgiving yourself, forgiving yourself and being in a place of love. You would benefit really for carrying a rose quartz crystal about with you, because that's about self-loving and self-giving, and it's about bringing that love forward through your heart and soul to every person that you meet. And this is your guardian angel sitting there with a younger child, and the animals are all around this younger child. And I feel this child is really gifted. She's very gifted. She's got like the touch of an angel. And I just feel as if being in the presence of children just now will really, really help you on your journey. And the message in the card is no more complaining. And this angel is just bringing forward what you need, what this child needs, and it's bringing this bond stronger with you and this child here. It's like a spiritual journey you're on with this little girl. I'm seeing it's a little girl anyway. Complaints are affirmations of victimhood, which is never true spiritually. Take back your God-given power by affirming that you have an abundance of choice and freedom. With your increased confidence and assertiveness, watch these positive affirmations blossom into reality, because you really have lots of choices. Even when you think somebody said, oh, this is what you have to do at work, and this is it, blah, 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 and this is the rules. Or it could be in your home life. It could be your partner just saying, this is the rules, blah, blah, blah. You have the choice to just say, oh no, it's maybe your rules, but it's not my rules. See ya if you've had enough. Or you could say, no, wait a minute, I really need to speak about this, because I feel really strongly that this needs to change, this needs to be looked at. And if you have to say goodbye, then that's where the freedom comes. But you have got a freedom of choice. Don't let anybody ever tell you don't. Even with everything that's going on in the world, you still have got freedom of choice. Believe me, the choice and the freedom is always yours. And be in a place of gratitude. Be grateful every day for just even waking up, opening your eyes, and just waking into this new day, not knowing what it's going to be bringing. You might be trundling through muck, trying to get from one day to the other, like muck, like feeling as if you're really struggling energetically, take good care of yourself, rest and relax when and if you can. And if you need to call a friend, call a friend. If you need to message them or Facebook them or FaceTime them, Messenger, or do a Zoom call or whatever it is you do, connect in and reach out and say, like, I'm needing a wee bit of help here. I'm a wee bit feeling like a bit rubbish. Or if you need to get counselling of any sort, then reach out and get that as well, because that's the way forward. That's how your guidance is coming in, but be in a place of gratitude always. Thank you very much. Bye bye.